Today on Rust Belt Airgun, I'm going to discuss the topic of shooting air guns in low temperatures. It is important to keep your CO2 cartridges warm if you plan on doing any outdoor shooting. This is especially true if you live in the Midwest when, from November to late April, you could have below freezing outdoor temperatures. If you carefully examine the box of Crossman CO2 cartridges, it specifies a couple of important safety tips. Do not mutilate or incinerate. Why? Because you're dealing with a small steel canister of pressurized inert gas. Mutilating the CO2 cartridge could cause the gas to escape, causing frostbite if your hands were to come in contact with the gas. If you incinerate, the gas could expand to the point that could cause the CO2 cartridge to spontaneously explode. Do not expose the heat or store above 120 Fahrenheit or 48.9 degrees Celsius. Once again, the gas could expand to the point that could cause the CO2 cartridge to spontaneously explode. Keep CO2 cartridges away from children. This warning is self-explanatory. Not for human consumption. Well, huffing pure CO2 can cause brain damage. Huffing CO2 infused with a small amount of lubricating oil is probably even more detrimental to your health. Back to the issue at hand. Because the pressure of carbon dioxide depends on the temperature, a CO2 cartridge starts performing poorly below 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4.4 degrees Celsius. It remains gaseous to a much lower temperature, but it lacks the required pressure for use as an airgun propellant at these low temperatures. So, if you're going to shoot outdoors in cold temperatures, it is best to keep both the CO2 cartridges and the CO2-powered airgun indoors at room temperature. Only bring the CO2-powered airgun outside for short durations, then return it indoors to warm up. Ever wonder why full auto airguns such as the Crossman SBR only allow you to shoot a limited burst of 25 shots? As the liquid CO2 is released with each shot, it steals the energy required to convert it in the form of heat from the metal CO2 cartridge. With each consecutive shot, the CO2 pressure drops, making it less effective. In addition, too many consecutive shots could cause the airgun's internal workings to freeze up, even on a warm summer day. Limited amount of consecutive shots allows time for the CO2 cartridge and the airgun's internal mechanism time to warm up, restoring their efficiency. So what is the perfect airgun if you enjoy shooting in cold weather? Airguns with a gas spring power plant, such as the Beeman Model 2004, fare better in sub-freezing temperatures. There is a slight pressure drop in the gas spring power plant at low temps. The drop in pressure is almost negligible. Springers, such as the Isoson B3-1, work fairly well in low temperatures. Although the mainspring is impervious to cold, the lubricant inside the power plant is not. These airguns start to exhibit a loss of velocity at sub-freezing temperatures. A better choice for low-temperature shooting is a multi-pump pneumatic, such as the Crossman 760 Pumpmaster. The pump seals will get cold and stiff until you start using this rifle, but there will be very little drop in actual projectile velocity. Seasoned airgunners will tell you the best choice for cold weather shooting is a PCP or pre-charged pneumatic airgun, such as the Air Force Condor. PCP velocity loss at low temperatures is almost negligible. I hope you found my video about shooting airguns in low temperatures informative. Please like this post and subscribe to Rust Belt Airgun so that you're alerted to my future posts. Thank you.